Was the Bible written by the winners?
Let's pick up Elaine Pagels at Princeton, okay? She says, now we begin to see what we call Christianity. It actually represents only a small selection of specific sources. Now she's talking about what we've had for the 1900 years, chosen from among dozens of others. Why were these other writings excluded, the ones that we've now found, and banned as heresy? What made them so dangerous? So let me ask you this question here. Why do skeptics talk about, and they usually use this phrase, they talk about Christianity being written by the winners? This kind of goes back to the Da Vinci Code and some of the things that are there. What's this whole thing that Christianity was written by the winners?
Well, again, it's a partially true and oftentimes a substantially true statement that what we know about history is what we retain in our sources. The sources that we retain are the sources that get passed on. The sources get passed on because they're viewed as valuable. The valuable sources are the ones that are retained by the people in power and the people who control the sources. And so the idea is history is written by the winners and we get a suppression of the rest of this. But there really is something misleading going on here that I think has to be pointed out. In this Nag Hammadi find from 1945, the most prevalent source that was in this material was what was called the Apocryphon of John. This is a well-known Gnostic Christian gospel from the 2nd century. It was found in 4 manuscripts, 2 long versions and 2 shorter versions. And it's touted as kind of this new find, the mystery gospels, the cool gospels. This is really neat. People want to know secrets. And now we found it. So now we know a lot more. Well, in fact, when they read the Apocryphon of John, which is recognized as being kind of the signature gospel for one of these movements, these competing movements that people talk about, what they discovered is that story sounds very familiar. And the reason it was familiar is Irenaeus told us the story of this gospel back when he wrote at the end of the 2nd century, about 180 or so. So these new, missing, hidden, secret, unknown gospels have actually been known for quite some time, like 1800 years. So this idea that we're really on the cusp of something new and something fresh is really misleading, and it is an overplay. And sometimes what you get with this material is some hype mixed with some truth. The truth is history often is written by the winners. The other truth is that you don't hear is sometimes the winners deserve to win because there are historical reasons and historical rootage that leads to the fact that this was the prevalent movement and that this was the movement that had the best pedigree and that could go back, trace its roots back to Jesus and the apostles.